Match 9. Here we go. Let's do a little review here. Let's see what we can do. What's going on, guys? It's Ninja Cowboy 1000, your favorite Apex Legends coach, coming at you right now. I'm doing a little bit of like the best and worst with a little coaching twist review. I don't really know what to call it. Just kind of like a mishmash of my GLL watch party that I had. It was just watching the VOD. I wasn't watching it live, sadly. I did watch it live personally, but I wasn't able to catch all the games, nor was I able to stream it. So I just kind of did this on my Mixer stream, watching the VODs back. I watched the last 3 games of the NA finals. So if you like the video and you want me to do the same thing but for EU finals, then please drop it in the comment below. Hit it with a like. Share this video around. It really helps me out a lot. I appreciate all you guys for stopping by. Enjoy the video. See you, boys. So yeah, this is going to be really hard to review. I thought this was going to be a little easier, but it is not any easier. Okay, so they have a really good position here. Holding trains is really strong, especially with the zone looking the way it is. Almost all the teams who just got taken out, Complexity, Gabusmon just got taken out. So trains, right? Train yard is... I'm just gonna mute these guys for a second. Train yard is one of the strongest rotations in the in the game right now. So any team that's dropping in, like, you know, we could talk about drill site, or not drill site, excuse me, fuel depot. I'm backwards. No, yeah, I meant drill site. Any teams dropping drill site, now Mirage Voyage, Lava City, that, you know, that whole north to northeast stretch of the map. If the zone is anywhere to the southwest, then all those teams are going to have to touch train yard at some point unless they want to go all the way around the edge of zone, which a lot of teams don't want to do right now. A lot of teams right now are just looking to get that strong dominant zone position really early, or at least as early as humanly possible. Now, that being said, you know, it's questionable as to whether or not that makes it a little bit harder of a position to play, seeing as how all the teams are going to be coming straight to you. But you've got those high train cars, which can, you know, some teams that don't run Pathfinder right now can't even contest you. So you're completely free to run those high train cars with no contention. You can literally just sit up there and do your thing for as long as you want. All right, so we're on with, I don't remember these. I think this is Pittsburgh Storm. So we're looking at Pittsburgh Storm right now. They're hitting Sorting Factory. So Sorting Factory, a lot like Train Yard, is another one of those places that almost every zone forces you to touch Sorting Factory at like some point in your rotation. So it looks like Rise Nation is coming up from behind Pittsburgh Storm right now. They're going to try and get some sniper shots in. He's trying to get some tags with the wingman. This is mostly a poke fight. I don't think either team is really planning on fully engaging this. It's really early for one, and two, they've got the zone right on their backs. You never really want to take that late zone fight unless you like absolutely have to, or if you're struggling for loot or something like that. But both teams are triple blued, and Rise Nation had a purple, so and just looking at their inventories briefly, I don't really think it's something that they need to be worried about at the moment. See, and here's another moment where it's like, what exactly are the producers' like prerequisites for who to watch? So you saw Rogue just got a knock, right? And now we're jumping on with Liquid randomly, right? So what exactly are like the prerequisites for these producers to be swapping perspectives? Like, good tag. Don't know who that is exactly. Let's pull the casters up. Let's see if they can give me a little insight. Okay, and again, we're mid-fight, and the producers randomly just decide, let's swap back to Rise, even though they're doing nothing, shooting nothing, nothing's going on. Here we go. Okay, so we're coming in with MHR here. Yeah, Moose is MHR, that's what I thought. Okay, so we're jumping in with MHR. It looks like they're contesting a circle. Secret gets taken out as well. Yo, Naffenbloom is popping right now. Looks like Flanker just got a double with Thermite. What, dude, we're missing out on like the coolest fight. Look at that. Flanker and Wonderfuls just killed like 3 squads. And we're sitting here watching Fnatic sit on the high ground. Like, what? Welcome back, brother. I'm just like, it's so confusing to me. Like, what is the qualification? Like, what are the prerequisites for these producers to like change perspectives? No, just Mixer. I'm fully committing to Mixer. I think it's the best call. I think it's the best choice for me right now. All right, so Sentinels reposition to the edge of this zone. I'm 100% behind that. I think fencing that open area is a good idea. I don't think they need to be too worried about getting like poked off here. So yeah, definitely. If they had energy weapons right now, that is like the most stacked shit. There you go. You can kind of over fence that outside area. Looks like CLG just engaged Liquid. Sorry, looks like Madness just engaged Liquid solo, and Cali just got 2 picks. Did he just kill himself? All right, so it looks like Cali actually just soloed Madness and Nicewig. You know you were talking to yourself for I don't know how much time. Yeah, dude, I'm doing a review. It's for YouTube. I understand that when I stream, I'm usually talking to myself. I got it. I'm not a popular streamer. Thank you for reminding me, Axe. I appreciate that. Okay, so Reps and Alberlele. So Reps is knocked and Alberlele is completely out. It's all good, man. I'm just messing with you. So Reps and Alberlele are both out, and it looks like Imperial Hal is going to have to do the solo play again. This is like probably the second or third time that TSM has completely relied on Hal in the late game to pull something crazy off. I mean, he's done it. He's won the game solo twice. So I think if anyone is going to be left to fight this solo in the end, it's definitely that's who you want. So not the worst situation they could be in, but definitely not the best. Okay, so Fnatic is getting hard. You know they're feeling good right now. Holy, they just took out TSM again. It looks like he's just using that box to swap weapons. Really, really smart. So anytime he needs to just peek the door and put shots down on teams from range, he's going to pick the scat out. Then immediately you'll see him. I would like to see him shut the door. That's a little risky. They're going to wait till real late zone here. Monsoon's going to portal them. I don't think they needed the portal. I think they kind of wasted that. I think they could have gone without the portal. I mean, it's Wraith and Pathfinder. Pathfinder could have just done a real long grapple, and then Wraith could have just Wraith formed. So I don't know if that was necessarily necessary, but I mean, yeah, edge it, use the supply bin, and then perfect. Yes, there you go. Okay, so this is actually where I thought they were gonna go. This little nook is like really, really good for, you know, those like 1 or 2 guys, like if you're playing with like down 1 or down 2 or whatever it is, and you just need a spot to kind of like reset or hold off a team or something. That's a really good spot to go. So Young Guns just got pushed by a mass. Yeah, y'all might want to get him healed up like right now. Okay, so what they should be doing right here, should be dropping his purple armor to the Mastiff player, right? Like that, you need to get that Mastiff player buffed as buffed as you possibly can, so that he can take a hard challenge late game. So he can take a hard challenge late game on the last circle. Did they just aggro them off the roof? Dude, they're wild. They just aggroed from low ground to high ground and successfully bullied a team off roof. That is insane. No way. Rogue is go from low to high and bully the team off height. Where's that Gibby come from? Who's that Gibby on? Is that Rogue? Or is that the third squad? I think the third squad's only a rat, but maybe I'm wrong. Rogue, okay, dropped hits the fucking... Okay, they trade. Rogue is actually popping. They need to get aggressive here. They need to get super aggressive here. Wait, do they have 2 Mastiffs? Okay, it looks like Young Guns actually jumped in. So Young Guns was the third team, and they came in and took advantage of that third party to take out Rogue. I don't even think they know that there's only 1 player left from the last team. So Young Guns has this, 100%. Young Guns wins. Easy. Where were they? Where were they that whole fight? Were they in first floor? I think they were hiding in first floor, and none of the other two teams were too worried about that rooftop engagement to even worry about clearing the rest of the floors. That's nuts. Confidently taking good placements. And this is a horrible engage. Just knowing their position. So I wish I could back up like a little more exact. Okay, so right here, right? So let's look at where they're at. So here's train yard, right? Over here to the right is that like low ground compound that doesn't have a name. And then way over to the left, let's see if he looks at it. Yeah, over here is where the watchtower is. And then here's the tunnel that takes you to Skyhook. So where they are, they've taken a fight in between one of the, most highly contested positions for any time it's in zone. Someone is playing in train yard, which we already know from seeing the other team. There's at least one team in train yard. So they're in between that and one of the most sought after drop locations in the entire game, which is Skyhook over here. So teams are going to be rotating through Skyhook and coming in this direction to play tower and then probably go over to Capital, but they're still going to be able to hear that fight. And then we know that there's a team in train yard. Even if they don't know there's a team in train yard, that is never a fight you want to take in a big ass open field like that with all these hotspots between them. Not to mention one of the less popular sites to land, but still somewhere that's pretty populated in most games is Drill Site. Drill Site is through this tunnel right here behind this rock, right? So that's another big rotation. And then also over on the left is Lava Fisher right here, which is another big rotation. So they took a fight in an open field against a full stack, pushing them with purples, and thought that it was still a good idea to full engage that. Even if they didn't have any resources to back off that, they should have done everything in their power to disengage. Drop nades at your feet, grapple out, wraith form, something. Just get out of dodge. That should have been every man for himself. Now, Space Station Gaming engaged that fight, engaged the end of that fight. Okay, so Liquid Blue, I literally just got done talking about how Liquid Blue is looking really good, and right now they're in a pretty shitty position. After that early knock, it looks like things might have just kind of snowballed, but now they seem to have gotten some decent position, and I would love to keep talking about them, but the producers already flicked off of them even though they were getting engaged, so I really couldn't tell you what's going on right now. Far off from what we were just looking at, but that, it still makes no sense why we just randomly flick to Rogue. But we're on with, okay, and now we're on with TSM. Dude, this is what I'm talking about. What are these producers' credentials? What do you see on other screen? And now we're on with what the fuck? How do you cast this? The casters have got to be sitting there like what the hell am I supposed to talk about? Every other second they flick to a new perspective. And they just flick to another new perspective and another new perspective. This is the only swap that made sense because they went from one team getting knocked and killed to the team that killed them. Hi, Freya. That's the only... Okay, another swap to Nocturnal. This is the team... This is who got... his teammates were the ones that got killed by the team we were just looking at. How do the casters keep up with this? This is insane. Yeah, definitely want to drop that triple take. I was just about to bring up, if you're playing as a solo player, you never ever want to have a snipe. DPS is extremely high. He should be holding on to that flat line and taking those instant res. Perfect. What the f... And then there's flick right back. What? And then we change again. And again. What the fuck? What the fuck? What? No, what? How do you enjoy watching this? This is insane. Okay, so here's the thing, right? As a producer, as the one who's controlling the the viewpoint of your casters, you need to understand that even if you fuck it up and you put your casters looking at the wrong team that you didn't think you were putting them on, just eat it. Just eat the mistake and let the casters work with what they have in front of them. Don't change the perspective again so that you throw them off even more from what they already were. And we swap again. This swap is the only one that made sense because the team that they were, no broken armors. Look, this is insane. They're pushing the pace so fast that these teams don't know what to do. Like, it's crazy. They're increasing the pace. So these pros are like playing in a certain mindset, right? They're playing in a certain pace that they're not worried about getting aggroed like this. When they're fenced up in the zone, they got zone, they got all these things. They're real comfortable where they are. And then Space Station Gaming comes out of nowhere, cracks fences, nades out, and flies in with no remorse, no hesitation. Flies into their building and clears it. And for some reason, the producer decides, let's swap perspectives. Twice. To two teams that are doing nothing. Why wouldn't you stay on Space Station Gaming? They're absolutely out of their minds, and you're swapping off them. That is like a disservice to Space Station Gaming. They should get more screen time right now. What they're doing this game is absolutely insane, and no one's going to fucking see it because these producers keep going to random perspectives that are doing nothing. Okay, here we go. MHR is taking an engagement, right? It looks like they just bullied a team. They just bullied. Crazy that no one else is dropping Train Yard. Like, Train Yard gives you the possibility of a vault. What was that swap? And look, it says Zerg at the bottom of the screen right now, and we're watching Liquid Flanker. Come on. Like, oh my gosh. I could literally run my Streamlabs OBS. I could run this fucking tournament. They got a vault key in train. Really, really strong for them here. Even though the low ground is like, it's a scary position to be in mentally, it's not actually all that. Boy, Flanker just hits the fucking Beamson on fucking Protectful. He's the team that's down one. I hope they know that, and knowing that, they should 100% full aggro that. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so it looks, oh my gosh. Oh, okay, that was the kill. That's okay. That's okay. So it looks like they sent Nocturnal out to kind of clean that up and try and wipe that team so that they can just come back and be really secure in their position. They ended up getting all their teammates back up, which is really strong. So, very player. He is very, very strong. He's a really, really good player. So getting a knock on him, that's definitely going to at least knock the mindset out for this team. He dropped the dome instantly and went for the instant res. Really smart, but that also shows like they're putting a lot on Frex's and his experience to carry them through this tournament. So they're pretty stuck here. This is not looking good for them. He's going to drop the ult excels so that the Wraith can get her ult up as soon as possible and get them portaled out of there ASAP. ASAP. They need to get the hell out of Dodge, because if that team at any point decides to full push them, which they are right now, they are pretty much screwed, especially since Nocturnal's coming in with a gold armor and a Mastiff. And, okay, Casper re-challenged with no shields. Please do not die to this, Liquid. Don't make the biggest mistake. Why is your name under my webcam? Oh, you're my most recent follower. God, that was... Okay, so... I'm going to pause it real quick here for a second. So let's talk about why they just got absolutely slapped, right? They just got clapped there. Reason being, right? They push in. It's a good push. That was a really good call. Whoever made that call, whoever their IGL is, really, really smart, right? They've got a team cornered, not many options. They know they have the Mastiff and the gold armor. Their armor situation's looking pretty good. Let's get a push, right? Let's get a push now. Let's get the loot and let's start rotating, because the rotation's kind of rough for where they were at. Smart engagement, right? But as they're running in, two of them two of them, I don't remember who it was exactly. I think it was like Wonderfuls and somebody else. Two of them jump up, get their shields broken on the run in, and still jump up to finish the challenge. What that should have been is Wraith, is both of them staying on that low ground. Like, let me see if I can kind of like illustrate this for you. Okay, so it's coming up here, right? So what they should have done here, instead of re-challenge that high ground, they should have played that low, tight rock and let the Wraith with full gold armor and a Mastiff hold that angle on high so that the team can't re-challenge them while they get healed up. So let me see if I can like illustrate this. So Frexes drops the ult Excel and then starts to poke off the other team, make sure that they don't get an easy push. While he's healing, Liquid makes the choice. Let's go aggro this team. We've got them cornered, right? Here they come in. Watch Casper and Flanker. Casper and Flanker, both broken shields, low health. Flanker re-engages. Casper backs off and gets completely away from cover. And then Nocturnals gets a little too ballsy with this Mastiff. Over-engages. Gets all of his shields cracked. And then jumps up to a high ground and leaves himself big open exposed in an open field. It was kind of a lose-lose for them. But at the same time, I really think that there were some better split decision choices that they could have made. But, I mean, hey,